Hey everybody in UVG, my name is Smokey. I'm here with my special guest for today, Mr. Clint. Clint, tell us about yourself.
What's up,
real
man?
quick.
Clint Murphy, live in Beaumont, Texas. I've been vaping now for about 3 months. Smoked for, hell, I'm 37 now. I started smoking probably when I was 20. So it's been quite a while, and I've tried many ways to quit smoking with no success. And a good friend of mine that I work with turned me on to vaping about 3 months ago. I went and bought me an iTaste MVP. He gave me a little Kanger mini tank, and I hadn't looked back. I've been doing it ever since. So it's worked for me, and it can work for anybody. If it'll work for me, it'll work for anybody. So
you smoked 17 years?
Yeah, roughly.
How you feel? Have you stopped for 3 months? Have you completely?
Yeah, I haven't
smoking?
touched a cigarette. I mean, it was pretty much an instant transformation.
How you feeling now? 3 months not smoking.
Everybody always said, give it some time, you'll breathe better, you'll smell, your sense of smell gets better, things taste better, and they were right. They were exactly right.
Well, what's been your? That's been my thing, man. Whenever I finally quit smoking, things just tasted so much different. Even foods that I didn't like before.
Yeah.
The taste of them, the tartness of them, or stuff
right,
like that, I didn't
right.
like. But now I love it.
Right.
Like squash. I
right.
could never stand squash when I smoked.
I still can't.
No, you still can't.
No, I don't. I don't eat green. I don't.
Well, squash is yellow.
You get it.
Yeah.
You get it.
No healthy shit.
There you go.
So can you breathe better? You're not waking up hiking alone?
I was born at 3 years old. I was diagnosed with bronchial asthma, and it's always been a problem. It's gotten better as I got older, but it's always been a problem. And since I started vaping, it's become a lot less of a problem. So if you smoke and you want to get off of cigarettes, or any type of tobacco, whether it be chewing tobacco, cigars, the dipping pouches, whatever, check it out, man. I'm telling you, it can save your life. They say every cigarette's about 7 minutes off your life, so add that up. Think about that.
Man, I was 2-pack a day smoking
Yeah.
for 10 years. I've taken a lot of minutes off my life.
No
I don't even want to start adding that up. I've taken so many years off. But guys, what we're going to be going over today is we're going to be looking at vaping versus, your regular tobacco products such as dipping and your cigarettes. That's what we're mostly going to be going over today.
Right.
What's good alternatives as far as if you're just getting into vaping and you're trying to quit smoking, what's a good way to start? What you need to be looking at when you're starting, and of course we're going to be going out of the safe way as well. We're not going to jump a newbie into unregulated series box mods, with a dripper trying to push 0.1 ohms or nothing like that. So we're going to get you started off safe and everything like that. But 17 years, how many packs a day do you smoke?
Anywhere from a pack to a pack and a half.
Oh,
normally.
I was a big baller. I smoked 2 packs.
I smoke lights.
Lights, I smoke menthol.
I got to watch my weight.
Yeah,
so
I'm watching my weight. I'm watching it grow. That's what I'm watching. You can watch your weight. You can watch your weight grow. That's a good thing about it. Smells, man. Smells better for you too.
Everything.
Everything's just so much better. See, that's the good thing about quitting smoking. And you ain't got all the ashes. I know that was a big problem. I don't know if you smoked in your house, but I smoked in my house.
My mother still smokes, and my wife always told me, "Man, that shit stinks." I never could smell it.
I couldn't either.
Until I quit.
And now my house reeks.
Right. Yeah.
I've spent since I started vaping and quit smoking. I spent so much time just trying to clean my house. It's like you don't want to go through gallons of Febreze every day.
Well, my mother still smokes. I picked up this little IVP2 in Atlantis a while back, and I started with an iTaste MVP, and once I picked this up, I gave it to her, And last time I was over there, she was puffing on the MVP, and she goes in her little filing cabinet and pulls out a little sneaky pack of cigarettes like she's fooling somebody. And she lit one up, and we were talking as she finished it. I said, "Give me that damn thing," and I took a drag off of it. And I put it out, and I looked at her, and I was like, "Man, that shit is nasty, man. It tastes horrible."
I'll tell you what, a couple of weeks after I quit smoking, I couldn't even stomach a cigarette. I tried to hit. I left about a half a pack of cigarettes on my counter whenever I quit smoking. I don't know if they went stale or not, because about a week later, I tried to hit one. Man, I felt sick to my stomach.
Yeah,
I couldn't even.
It tasted nasty, man.
Yeah, but that's one thing that's also that you can remember. Especially if you're starting vaping, if you're smoking cigarettes in between your vaping, that's perfectly fine. A lot of people do that. A lot of people, you vape for a little while and then you smoke, but eventually that cigarette's going to start tasting nasty, especially if you go 6 to 8 hours vaping alone,
right,
without touching a cigarette. That cigarette's going to start tasting nasty.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you slowly weed off the cigarettes, and then everything's going to be good.
Yep.
So when you quit smoking, I started on a little EVOD pen, a little EVOD pen with a Kangaroo Pro mini tank. And I started out, it was easier for me because I was a menthol smoker.
Right.
So I just got a mint flavor. And that's what I did, And I went on to Seduce Juice, is the maker of the juice that I started on with White Walker. Really good. And I also did Mighty Mint that they sell over at GT Vapor in Needle. Mm-hmm. That's the 2 flavors that I started out with. And I was at an 18 milligram is what I started at for 2 packs a day. What about you?
Well, I started, like I said, with that little I Taste MVP. And I wanted something to replace the cigarette. I didn't want to just get into vaping. I wanted to replace my cigarettes, so I started with a Turkish tobacco blend, and it works, man.
Well, what'd you smoke when you smoked? What kind of cigarettes?
Marlboro Lights.
Marlboro Lights. See, I was a Newport and a Cool kind of person, so I like that mint taste.
Right.
That's what I needed. Then I tried other flavors too, but what I found out was, especially being a menthol smoker, and I don't know how it was for a non-menthol, is I needed that mint.
Yeah.
That mint was part of the addiction as well, and you start learning you have other addictions too.
Man. Yeah.
A few of my problems that I had was flicking the ashes of a cigarette. I figured out, because this is a never-ending cigarette. These vapors, they're never-ending.
Right.
You just dip more juice in them, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But with a cigarette, you start finding out when I quit that putting a cigarette out was a form of habit.
Yeah.
Flicking a cigarette, knocking the ashes off into an ashtray. That was nothing but a form of habit to me, and that made it even harder for me to quit smoking.
Believe it or not, there are chemicals in that cigarette other than nicotine that you get addicted to.
Yeah, there's a lot of chemicals.
And none of them, which are good for you, none of that shit.
No, not any of them.
Even a concentrated enough hit of nicotine can harm you.
Nicotine is dangerous.
Yeah.
Even whenever
believe it or not, nicotine was created as a pesticide.
Yeah. Whenever I make my juice, I always it's bad for nicotine to even get on your skin.
Yeah.
Pure nicotine, pure concentrated nicotine. So whenever I make my juices and everything like that, I always wear nylon gloves or whatever you want to call them, nitro gloves. I think is what they actually call them. But we're gonna go over here. Some of the chemicals. And some of y'all might know what some of these chemicals are just from your everyday, day-to-day basis. Excuse me. So we're going to go over some chemicals in a cigarette. And one of the first ones up here on my list here is acetone.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody knows what acetone is used for. Now, I know we got gallons of acetone up here at work. Yeah. But acetone, it says that it's an irritant and can cause kidney and liver damage.
Yep.
That's the stuff you remove paint with. For those that don't know what acetone is actually used for, it's some potent shit.
Yeah.
You can just smell it and just makes you turn your stomach.
Does your wife or your girlfriend or mother, whatever, you ever smelled fingernail polish remover? It's got acetone in it. That's why it works as well as it does.
And it ain't that concentrated with acetone either.
Yep.
Let's see, ammonia. Ammonia's in here.
Yep.
Ammonia raises blood pressure.
Yep.
Ammonia, if some of y'all that went through biology in school, you know what ammonia is because you had to deal with it in school, and I'm sure your science teacher told you there's some dangerous stuff, don't touch it, wear your goggles, your gloves, and let's see what else we got in here. Benzene, a lot of people know what benzene is. Mm-hmm. Carbon monoxide, of course, carbon monoxide, that's with cigarette smoke and everything. Mm-hmm. Decreases heart and muscle functions.
Yep. It's all carbon monoxide is also produced from, your car exhaust.
Yeah.
You're inhaling that shit.
Yeah, and that's bad. That's like going to the back of your car and just sucking on the exhaust pipe, and it's some bitch. Every time I start
that phone.
Every damn time I start a video, this damn phone goes off every damn time. Let's see. I know a lot of people saw this on a research that was done, and now, if y'all have not been following, this research company is actually being sued. They're actually being sued for falsifying some bitch. They're actually being sued. Let me just turn that off real quick. Let me just mute the damn phone. There we go. So they just vibrate. But this research company is being sued for falsifying their research information for the formaldehyde that they're saying that these e-cigs were producing deadly amounts of.
Where are they getting that from?
Well,
you see what I'm saying? There ain't nothing in there.
Well, there is. From the research that I've done on it, if you vape this e-cig at about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, it will produce formaldehyde off of dry cotton.
Right.
I mean, if you can vape at 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, You're a bigger man than me. You're a bigger man than me. I don't want to be
right, but I mean,
2,000 degrees.
the formaldehyde does not come from the juice itself.
No, it doesn't.
There's nothing in that juice that will produce formaldehyde.
But formaldehyde is a carcinogen.
Right.
And it's not good for you. And it is found in cigarettes. One thing that a lot of people know is lead.
Yep.
Lead is found in cigarettes and it can cause brain damage.
Right.
That's not a good thing.
It's the reason they took lead out of fuel years ago.
And paint, too. Lead was in paint. That was back probably before my time now. I'm only 26, so...
Right.
That was way back before my time. And of course, we got nickel in it as well. You know, nickel causes bronchial asthma, which is in that what you said?
Bronchial asthma, yeah.
Bronchial, I probably said that wrong.
I grew up around, you know, my parents smoked all my life, you know. I lost my dad to lung cancer, as a matter of fact.
And of course, we got our nicotines in our cigarettes. You know,
right.
Everybody knows that your nicotines in their cigarettes.
Right.
You know, nicotine increases your heart rate, blood pressure, and is an addictive element, which everybody can agree. You know, nicotine. We vape nicotine. It's addicting. It's an addictive formula. That's what we like about it, though. That's what I like about it. I love my nicotine. Here's a good one that I just stumbled upon is nitric oxide, not nitrous oxide, nitric oxide. Okay.
Right.
And it's linked to Huntington's, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's disease and asthma. That's a lot of bad shit off of just one chemical, isn't it? I mean, that's a lot of bad shit you don't want to get. Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, I mean, you don't want none of that.
No.
That's bad. And I mean, the list can go on. I mean, it's got toluene. I'm probably saying that wrong. Toluene. It's linked to permanent brain damage. That's
retarded.
That's not good. And I mean, we haven't even cracked the ice on the type of chemicals.
No,
and I know y'all probably seen these all over the place, you know, with the commercials about how bad it is for you. But we're just giving you a little in-depth on what chemicals and what they do, you know, in a vape video to kind of get the word out there. And there's thousands of other chemicals that we haven't done anyway. And an Australian scientist named Dr. Carl... Holy shit. Why do you have to be from Australia?
Spit it out.
It's a Kruszelnicki. Probably just fucked that all up.
I don't speak Spanish.
I think it's Australian.
Close
or it might be. It says that the polonium, I said that probably wrong too, but it's released in tobacco cigarettes is the equivalent of 200 chest x-rays a year for people who smoke just one pack of cigarettes every day.
Yeah. That's retarded, man.
That's bad.
Yeah.
But now that we've gone over the chemicals in our main cigarettes, now we're going to go over the chemicals in our e-cigarettes that, you know, everybody out here is vaping.
Right.
Of course, we have our nicotine. And for y'all that don't know about the nicotine is, if anybody knows about Chantix, Nicorette gum, the patches or anything like that, that's all funded by Philip Morris and these other big tobacco companies.
Right.
They're the ones that actually make this.
Yep.
Hence the saying, you know, they get you coming in, they get you going out. Because they're making money either way off of it.
Yep.
And that's why they're having such a big fight over vaping, because they're losing money.
Yep.
On people leaving out, and they're not making no money off of it. So some of the chemicals we got in here is nicotine, of course, and this nicotine is used, the same nicotine that is used in our e-cigs, it's the same nicotine that they're using in their Chantix and their Nicorette gum and their patches. It's the exact same.
Right, exact same stuff.
It's the exact same stuff. We have propylene glycol, everybody knows PG. It's not ethylene glycol. That's very toxic. That's bad
that'll
shit
kill
for you.
Yeah.
It's used in asthma inhalers. For those that have asthma inhalers, probably know about propylene glycol. An experiment using animals determined that air containing these vapors and the amount up to saturation point is completely harmless to you.
Right.
And this is the USA, you know, FDA has classified propylene glycol. This is the FDA. This is top-notch people, you know, for their research shit. Is generally recognized as safe.
Yeah.
So, and that's coming from your USA FDA.
Yep.
And then we also have vegetable glycerin, which is our VG, which is a low toxicity, and is used in medications, cosmetics, and food items. So anytime you go to eat food, you're probably
ingesting
vegetable glycerin. Vegetable.
These are chemicals we use daily. I mean,
yeah.
It's just the way it is.
I mean, PG. You know, PG. They're talking about. You know, the big thing with Beneful dog food out now is they pinpointed that PG was in that dog food that's causing all these dogs to get sick and lethargic and everything like that. But what people aren't understanding on this is PG is in almost everything we consume.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything we consume is, you know, not everything, but most of the stuff we consume has PG in it. And the only other chemicals in our, well, I wouldn't say chemicals, the only other things in here is our flavorings.
Right.
Which that can cause a problem for people that don't know exactly what they're looking for, because some of these people are putting out some janky shit. And you want to make sure you get it from a reputable dealer, a reputable merchant, to get food safe and food grade flavorings.
Right.
And that is safe for consumption and safe for
right.
Being put in the body. But this also makes up a very small percentage of your actual formula of your liquid.
Juice. Yeah.
Yeah. But very few carcinogenic chemicals can be found in your e-cigs. Some of them are coming from your vegetable glycerin. And I lost my spot here. Here we go. And those present only appear to trace quantities far less than burning tobacco, and similar less than recognized nicotine replacement therapies. So they're mainly talking about our nicotine as being bad. Is nicotine does constrict and force the heart to go faster,
right,
and work harder. So that's one thing we have to look at. And our Dr. Joel Nitskin, why do doctors got to have the hardest damn names in the world to pronounce? Is the chair of Tobacco Control Task Force for the American Association of Public Health Physicians, believes the hazard posted by e-cigarettes would be much lower than 1% of that posed by smoking tobacco cigarettes.
Yeah.
So there's everything that you have as far as your chemicals and everything like that goes for our e-cigs. Now, we need to look at what's your alternative if you dip or that you smoke. Now, a lot of people have pushed in that the best way if you smoke full flavors at about a pack a day, your best bet is to push at 18 milligrams nicotine per bottle for your nicotine craving. And I'm going to tell you, that worked for me.
Yep, that's what I started with too.
I picked up that e-cig and I never touched a cigarette again. 18 milligrams seemed perfect. I don't think I could have handled 24.
No.
I think that would blew my lungs out. Now, for those just getting into there, if you have any kind of dripper, like he's got a Aspire Atlantis right there, you don't want to put 18 milligrams in that. Or
no,
you don't
this burns a little
dripper.
warm. I'm running this particular box. It's an IPv2. It's made by Pioneer. It's what they call a regulated box. Its output power is completely adjustable. And you can adjust this particular box from 7 watts all the way up to 50. The Atlantis tank, it works, according to Aspire, it works from anywhere between 20 to 30 watts. I do have a cotton coil in this thing that they don't come with it, but you can get them. And I run it at 25 watts. It's warm, it's got good flavor, and it's going to produce more vapor than your vape pens, your starter kits, things of that nature, because they don't run at 25 watts. So you don't want to put 18 in this. You want to go probably, 6, no more than 12, I would say.
I wouldn't run no higher than 3, and I'd blow my lungs out on a 6.
Well, I've got 3 in it now, but I've ran 6 in it with no issues whatsoever.
My goodness! Now you're talking about a cotton. What is it? A pre-built coil? It's got
yeah.
We got a lot
of
of
factory coils.
We got a lot of Atlantis users on
use
this group,
what they call a ceramic wick, and this type of material, as it ages, it burns easily, and the ceramic material begins to flake off, and it will get caught in the passageway, and you inhale that little piece of whatever it is. Now I don't know if it's harmful for you or not, but I don't want to vape that shit.
Yeah, I don't
want to inhale that.
Yeah.
But if you go to kidneypuncher.com, they're the only ones I know that sell the Atlantis coil with cotton wick in it, and it is organic cotton, so they're good to go.
I was just about to ask if it was organic.
And they taste a lot better than the ceramic. They produce more flavor. Vape, as far as vapor production, it's really no different, but the flavor's better.
Well, that's good. I know we got a lot of people that just love the Atlantis in this group, so that's a good fact to have.
It's a good starter tank.
It's a good starter tank. Yeah.
It's a good
now, there's many
tank.
different other tanks out there, and as I always say in most of my videos, do your research on what you truly want to get.
Right.
The more research, the better.
And as with any, everybody warned me this was going to turn into a hobby, and they wasn't bullshitting.
Yeah, you're going to spend some money.
And like anything else, the more you get, the more you want.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And if I had to start over again, I wouldn't have bought that iTaste. I'd have bought something like this. But
you live in
if you really right. And I'm not sure what these boxes cost. You can pick the Atlantis up anywhere between $30 to $40.
Yeah,
but as far as the box, I don't know it now.
We got raffles and everything with some eye leaves and everything like that. But guys, we're hitting close to our 20-minute mark, so we're going to go ahead and shut this video down. I hope y'all learned some stuff. If you have any questions, post them onto the video, and I'll try to answer them the best we can.
Yep.
Clint, I'd like to thank you for coming on the video with me today, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you having me.
All right, guys.
You guys, check out the video. Thank you for watching it. Your boy Smokey, Clint Murphy. We're out of here, man.
Stay safe and vape on, my friend.
Peace.